Hello again, it's Rachel, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do a little overlay using Effortless acrygel, using titanium base for strength and durability, and finishing with this beautiful red called Spectra from the Bold and Beautiful collection from Shades Pure Gel. It's unreleased at the moment at the time of filming, but it'll be out soon. So here we go. So I've got the lovely Joan as a model today. Some of you might recognise these hands and tattoos. They're really nice nails to work on. So we've just taken off some, I think you had acrygel on. So we've taken off some acrygel and we're just prepping. So I'm going to use the Pro Curve prep tool just to push back that skin, bring out my side walls and to remove some of that non-living tissue. Now I've switched to the Pro Elite Prep Tool. This is not for the faint-hearted, it's certainly not for beginners, but it is very, very thorough. Look at all that non-living tissue coming off. So yeah, the Pro Elite Prep Tool is quite sharp, but really, really effective. So I'm going to use this now to get all that non-living tissue off the nail plate and give it a really good clean. It gets into all the nooks and crannies and it is honestly so thorough. So give these a good clean and get these all tidied, and then we'll go on to shaping and filing. So they're already a nice shape anyway. We're going to keep them quite natural, and they've grown lovely. They look really strong, really in good condition. So we're going to give them a nice rounded natural shape using a 180 file, and then I'm just going to get rid of those last bits of product and take the shine off with a mini buffer. When you are cleaning the surface and prepping the surface for your products, remember any shiny products such as gel, acrygel, anything like that, hard gel, they do not want a shiny surface to sit on. They need to shine. It sounds really, really silly, but it's true. So you need to make sure when you are preparing the surface of the nail that you take every little bit of shine, especially from those regrowth areas down at the bottom like that bit there, and get right into all those nooks and crannies. You don't want to heavily buff or etch, you just need to remove the shine. Okay, so I use these, I'm starting to use them a lot now, these little mini buffers. They're disposable, you can throw them away, and you can really get into your nooks and crannies a little bit better. So make sure you take your shine off, and I'm going to bevel the edge ever so slightly. So with that buffer I'm actually smoothing the edge off so it's not rough from where I filed it. So get all into your little nooks and crannies, take the shine off and smooth over the edge. It's now cleaning time, so I'm just taking acetone or a nail plate cleanser and giving it a really good rub and getting into all those nooks and crannies. So get your thumb or your finger in and give it a really good rub and a dehydrate. I'm then going to use a primer pen. So primer pen I'm just going to use just to help with the adhesion. So Joan does have quite oily nail plates, and traditionally does not last well with like acrylic or a builder gel. However, the last set we had on one for a month, so they did alright. But I think that was from the use of the primer. So we're going to put the primer on and give it plenty of time to dry. You can use our Effortless acrygel without a base coat. You can use it with a regular base coat. For Jones nails, I need a shock absorber. So acrygel is a really strong product. Jones nails are very bendy. So I'm going to use titanium base coat, which is a thicker, clear base coat. And that's going to act as a shock absorber. So it's going to cushion in between that bendiness of Jones natural nails and the sort of rigid, brittle feel of the acrygel. So it's going to help it last that bit longer. Again, we've used primer, but I think the addition of titanium base on the last set of nails that we did helped keep that in place. There were no chipping, there were no lifting, there were no peeling away. So titanium base coat, and I'm going to pop that in the lamp and give that a full cure. Keep it nice and thin. You don't need a lot of this. This is just a base coat shock absorber. So once that's out the lamp, I'm going to use Effortless acrygel in shade Rose. I'm going to take a small amount on my tappy stick. I've dampened or moistened my tappy stick in some slip solution in a dampened dish. This doesn't give that immediate sort of neat, smooth finish to the acrygel that you really want. But by using this to start off with and then switching to my brush in a minute, this will stop me from putting excess all-in-one liquid into that bead or onto the surface of the nail. So it stops any chance of any lifting or any excess liquid being in there. So I'm going to roughly use the tappy stick to just smooth it into place and sort of cover the surface really. Then I'll switch to my brush. I'll warn you, this first nail, bag of poo, it just looked awful. It was sticking to my brush, but you get the drift. So dampen your brush, and then I'm just going to smooth that out. Watch this. Ugh. Stick. Yeah, anyway. So smooth that out. You'll notice when you're using Effortless acrygel, you'll notice it on further nails, actually, not this one, that it doesn't self-level, but it does get a shine. So I will smooth this out now. This first nail just went to rubbish. I will smooth this out, push it into place with my brush, keep damping my brush down, but not too much excess liquid, and then give it a few seconds for the shine to appear, and then I'm going to treat it like gel, and then I'm just going to tap and smooth the surface very lightly. So a really light pressure. You can flash cure this, you can put it in the lamp, you can do whatever you want. You'll see you'll see this like the shine that I was talking about on this nail a little bit more. So tap it into place with the tappy stick, roughly get that surface covered. Then once you're happy that you've covered your surface and whatnot, then switch to the brush. So tuck it into your corners, tuck it into your edges. Don't worry about the little dips, we'll sort that with the brush in a second. Then switch to your brush, keep it damp, and press it into your cuticle line, tuck it right into your side walls. The joy of any kind of acrygel is having infinite amount of time to play. So I've not cured that pinky, but you can see the shine. It won't move, it won't self-level as such, it won't lose the shape that you've given it, but it will sort of get some shine and you can smooth it over. So my rule with acrygel, or my acrygel with Effortless, is gel, acrylic, gel. Treat it like gel when you first put it on with the tappy stick. So when you first put it on, treat it like gel and use the tappy stick to just roughly get it into surface with minimal touching. Then once it's in place, treat it like acrylic and really mould it. So that's me just farting about with that pinky. So once you've got it into place, treat it like acrylic and mould it and push it and pat it and press it where you want it to go. And then when you've got it in place, you can see on that other previous finger, on the other previous nail, it gets a shine again. So then when it gets that, you can treat it like gel again. So you can just use your brush to lightly, a light pressure, smooth it into place. So gel, acrylic, gel. You can see with this one, put it into place like gel. It looks really messy, really like scrappy looking. Then once you've got it roughly in place, treat it like acrylic and mould and pattern press it to where you want it to go. It'll get rid of some of the surface dinks and the dints and dings. So use it like acrylic. You can see I'm pushing it into my cuticle line, push it into my sidewalls like I would acrylic. Once I'm happy that I've got that as neat and tidy as I want it, then the shine will happen, and then I will use it like I use my brush like a gel brush and just smooth it over. You see, so it gets that shine, and then you can just smooth it. Everyone has their own ways of doing it, but that's how I do mine. As with any acrygel, it will stay where you put it. So you can do one nail and flash cure, you can cure it with a torch, you can cure it in the lamp, or you can do 4 fingers, 5 fingers and cure it all in one. It is entirely personal preference. I tend to just cure as I go with this. Once you're happy, check that you don't need any extra product anywhere, and once you're happy, get it in the lamp, give it a full cure for 2 minutes. I've done both hands, then we're going to go on to filing. Acrygel's quite a soft product, and ours is especially to file, so I'm just using a 180 file and a light pressure, not too heavy, just to get it in shape and keep it tidy. Once they're all done and filed, give them a good buff over, get rid of any dust. Then we're going to give them a really good wipe over with acetone. This gets rid of any sort of surface scratches and gets rid of any dust and whatnot. So get rid of that, and then we're going to then use the micro brushes and some gel cleanser just to get into all those nooks and crannies. I didn't trim or cut any skin around the cuticle area on this, so I'm just going to use the micro brushes to really clean and tidy up that area. This just helps me get a really nice clean close application of my gel polish. So I'm going to use this really lovely colour from our new collection called Spectra. This is from the Bold and Beautiful collection from Shades Pure Gel. It's not out at the time of filming, but it will be very soon. It's a lovely, rich, not thick, but really pigmented one coat red. I am using 2 coats today, but you could easily get away with 1 coat. Okay, so I'm not taking this all the way up to my cuticle line on this first coat because I'm going to do a second coat and then do all the detailing. So I'm going to get this first coat on and just give it a nice even thin layer. Okay, I absolutely love this colour. Like, it's my favourite red ever. So I'm on to my second coat now. So I've painted my second coat on, so a very thin layer again, and I'm just going to take a detail brush and tuck that right up into my cuticle line. Now this manicure that I'm doing, or this gel that I'm doing, Joan's nails are in really good condition because we've been looking after them. So prepping them with the Pro Curve and sort of prepping and lifting that cuticle line and then going across with the micro brush really does give me a nice clean line to get my colour on with. So you don't have to go to this level of neat and tidy, but I do prefer it for my gel polish. So I'm putting a second coat on and I'm capping the free edge, and then I'm just going to, on every single nail, hold the skin back with my left hand thumb, if you can see, and really just tuck that in there. So I'm not putting any extra gel on my brush, I'm using the gel that is on the nail already, and just tuck that in there and give that a really close tucked in look. This will just give it, it'll just last that bit longer, it'll give it that nice finish. So repeat that on all the nails. I've not bothered speeding up this little bit because last time I did this and I sped up the sort of tucking in bit, quite a few of you had said, no, we want to see it all, so you'll have to just sit through this, but I'm doing the exact same on every single fingernail. Get it tucked in, use the gel that's there, and give it a nice, clean line. Left this bit in. The thumb keeps going out of focus because of where my hand is and where the camera is, but you get the drift. I did really enjoy doing this thumb. Look how satisfying it is to tuck that in there. Again, holding the skin back, but ooh, look at there. Ooh, that's just like, for a client in a salon environment, that's like a difference between a week's growth and not. That's like a 3-week appointment and a 4-week appointment for me. Once you're happy with it, get it all cured in the lamp, and then we'll go on to top coat. It's top coat time, so be careful when you're doing your top coat not to absolutely obliterate those lovely shapes that you've done. I do 1 or 2 nails tops at a time, so it's quite a thick top coat, this one, so I can do 2. I'm going to put my top coat on, I'm going to tip my hand over to give it a lovely finish and a lovely line of light, and just to make sure none of that top coat has gone into my side walls, but just be really careful doing it. So tip them over, get them in the lamp, give it a full cure, and that's these nails finished. So if you enjoyed watching my video, if you've got any questions, just drop me a message below or grab me on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. But here we go. Finished picture, finished nails. Absolutely loved doing these and loved showing you some new products. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, anything. Bye.